Hey kiddos, I am going to be doing the how to use models to add and subtract decimals, and this is grade 5 of the Envision textbook. We are on topic 2, lesson 4, and the essential question is how do you add decimals using grids? So I have printed this off for us. This is the practice. And they're wanting you to use grids. And essentially, this is the hundreds grid, and you're also in the hundreds place of these numbers. So you could, it's showing you can have, 12 hundredths highlighted. And then this one right here is 56 hundredths highlighted to use the grids to add them up. But I'm also going to do it on paper for you, but it's just representing the models there. So number 1 is 12 hundredths plus 56 hundredths. 6 plus 2 is 8, and 1 plus 5 is 6. Bring your decimal down and 0, so it's 68 hundredths. And if you were to count all these boxes, and you can count like this, you can be like, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I do that wrong? Yep, 6 holes. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you've got 6 tenths, and then you've got 8 hundredths left over. Number 2, you're going to subtract these numbers. You're going to put the bigger number on top, 27 hundredths. Subtract 9 hundredths. I'm going to borrow. Bring that decimal down, so it's going to be 18 hundredths. So they took 27 hundredths, all that's 27 hundredths, and then they marked out 9 hundredths. And now you're represented by 18 hundredths on your model. All right, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 want you to use a model to do the same. So for the rest, I went ahead and printed out hundreds grids, and you're probably going to have 2 of these to represent it. So let me show you. So the first one says 86 hundredths plus 54 hundredths. So you're going to do, a whole. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tenths. And then you need to add on the 6 hundredths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 86 hundredths that's highlighted. And then you're going to add 54 hundredths. And so I'm going to just, I don't want to count 54, but let me just show you. I'm going to do, I'm going to add the 4 on first. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to add the 5 tenths. So 1 tenth, 2 tenths, 3 tenths, 4 tenths, 5 tenths. So how many tenths do I have altogether? Well, this right here represents 1 whole. So that's 1 whole. And then this represents 1, 2, 3, 4 tenths. So 1 and 4 tenths. So now 1 and 86 hundredths plus, my bad. 86 hundredths plus 54 hundredths equals 1 and 4 tenths. All right, let's go ahead and do number 4. Make it easier like that. All right, number 4 is also asking us to add. So it's asking us to add 1 whole of these. So that 1 right there is 1 whole of these. So it's essentially saying, like, when you see that 1 like that, that's like saying I have $1. Sorry, that's like saying I have $1. And in this instance, it's like saying I have 100 pennies, because we know that $1 is equal to that, right? So that's the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and color this whole thing 1 whole. One whole. And then I've got 27. Sorry, I got 2 tenths. So 2 whole, 2 tens things here. And then 7 hundredths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we need to add on 75 hundredths. So let me try to think of the best way to do it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do 7 here, and then I'm going to count back on 5. So, as I'm going to have 7 tenths, so 7 wholes. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I need to add 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot. All right, so how many do I have altogether? Well, I have 1, 2. I have 2 whole hundredths places. And then how many blocks do I have? I have 2 hundredths left over. And if you were to add that up, you would see it as well. All right, now I went and got another sheet of these. Now this one is going to be subtraction. And you've got 93 hundredths subtract 25. So we're going to cross them out. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my 9 tens. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 1, 2, 3. All right, so 93 hundredths is drawn so far. And then I need to take away 25 hundredths. So I'm just going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that's eliminated because we subtracted it. Now we need to count these up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 tenths so far. And how many's left over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, 68 hundredths is left over. All right, now number 6 says 1 whole and 7 hundredths minus 61. So I'm going to go down here to the bottom and do that one because I have to have actually a whole. I actually have to have 2 of these. Okay, so I got to have 2 of these because I got 1 whole and then 7 of that. So I'm going ahead and color this whole thing here. 1 whole, or 100 of the 100 place. All right, and then so that's 1 whole and then 7 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. And now I need to take away 61. So I'm just going to count those and cross them out. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. So that 61's gone. How many do we have that's left over? So 1, 10, 2, 10, 3, 4 tens. So far we got 4 tens. And how many hundredths? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. 46 hundredths are left over. It takes a little bit longer, but you can physically see what it is I'm talking about when you use the tens like that. All right. All right, so for the next one, for number 7, we're going to be doing 1 and 13 hundredths minus 1 and 2 hundredths. And so we're going to have to use both of these to represent that because it's 1 whole and then 13 hundredths on here. So go ahead and highlight 1 whole. Okay, so 1 whole's highlighted, now 13 hundredths. Oop, I did too many. Ignore me. Ignore me. I did too many. 1, 2, 3. These are still highlighted. These are not highlighted. These are blank. Ignore that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out, so we're taking out 200s, okay? So 1, 2 is taken out. And now I'm going to take out one whole. So I'm going to take out this whole here. How many do I have left over? So we got 10 and a 1. So that's going to be 11. So one whole 10, 10 and 1. That's 11. Okay. All right. Let's do number 8. All right. So number 8, I'm going to need more than these. So I went and got 3 of these boxes. And the reason is because we're going to have 1 and 9600s plus 28. It's going to end up being more than 2. All right. So the first thing for me that makes more sense is I'm going to go ahead and add the bigger number first. That's 1 in 9600s. So we're going to highlight one whole of these. Okay, so that's one whole highlighted and then 96 of these highlighted. So that's 1, 2, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, now 96. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. Okay? So one whole and 96 is highlighted so far, and now we need to add 28. So I'm just going to add it and I'm going to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So right now I have 2 holes. I have 2 10 spaces, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 and 24 hundredths is added together for that one. Okay. It's all done. All right. So number 9 says, is the difference of 1 and 45 hundredths subtract 12 hundredths less than or greater than 1? Well, I don't know if it's less than or greater than 1 unless I actually subtract it. So I'm going to do that now. Number 9. Five minus 2 is 3. 4 minus 1 is 3. 1. So this is going to be greater than 1. 1 and 33 hundredths is greater than 1. So you could say something like 1 and 33 is greater than 1. Okay? You can do that. All right. Number 10. A bottle of nail polish holds 8/10 of an ounce. A bottle of perfume holds 45 hundredths of an ounce. How many more ounces does a bottle of nail polish hold? Now, remember, when you see that, I don't want that paper. When you see it say how many more, that's telling you to subtract. So you need to put the bigger number on top. And so your 8 ounces is bigger. Subtract your 45 ounces. Make sure we're lining up those decimals. And what goes right here in this hole? A 0 does, because there's nothing there. And we're going to borrow 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 4 is 3. Bring down your decimal. 0 minus 0. So it holds 35 more ounces. OZ is ounces. All right, number 11 tells you to add 1 and 18 hundredths plus 1 and 86 hundredths. So let's do it. 8 plus 6, 14. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 8. Oh. And then bring your decimal down. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. 3 and 4 hundredths is the answer. All right. So number 12 says explain how to use the hundreds grid. to subtract 1 and 6500ths minus 98. Well, the first thing you have to do is you've got to have two grids. So you will need two grids. So use two grids. So one is going to be fully shaded because right here 1 is 65, one fully shaded. And the second one is 6500ths shaded. Then you will cross out uh 9800ths on the grid. The answer is, I think the answer is 6700ths left over. So you're going to use two grids. One's going to be fully shaded, and the second one's going to be 6500 shaded, and that's because you have that 1 and 65. And then you're going to subtract or cross out the 9800ths. The answer is 6700ths. All right, kiddos, that is all for modeling, adding, and subtracting decimals. If you have any questions, please let me know. I know that took a little bit longer than normal, but I think, that using grids will help you. I actually got my grids online. I just went to a website and I typed in 100th grids, and they came up, and I printed them off. If you want them, you don't have to use them. You can subtract and add the way you're used to, but this is just another way that you can do it. All right, guys, you have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.